guys, it's time for this month's installment of So You Like, my monthly recommendation series where I take a piece of media that I've seen in the past month or so that you probably enjoyed and tell you some other things that you might enjoy if you also have seen it. This month's piece of source media is The Martian, which is obviously a bit of a big film from a couple of years back where Mark Watney, played by Matt Damon, gets stuck on Mars and the entire planet kind of, bands together to get him home. Key themes that we're going to pull out of The Martian include survival, especially in isolation, banding together to reach a common goal, and space travel, because that's pretty much one of the biggest things in there. The first thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on The Martian is probably the most obvious thing that anyone could think of. It's Apollo 13, the movie, because there's a lot of resonances between the two, and I think that it's just a solid choice, quite frankly. Yeah, you'd probably enjoy Apollo 13 if you enjoyed The Martian. Not a lot else to say. The second thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on The Martian is Forbidden Desert, which is a cooperative board game where you face a lot of similar struggles to Mark Watney. You have to try and make sure that all of the different bits of your equipment get gathered back together, and you also have to worry about thirst and sustenance sort of things. It's a very interesting sort of game, and it basically is cooperative and it's survival, so that's the entire point of The Martian. The third thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on The Martian is a bit more of a stretch. It's The Sudden Appearance of Hope by Claire North. Now, bear with me, because this book is not about space travel, it's not about, science-y stuff. It's a science fiction book about a woman who gets immediately forgotten every time that she's out of, eye shot, basically. And every time that this happens, everyone forgets her. Pretty quickly. This relates to The Martian in that she has to survive, and she's in isolation just completely. No matter what she does, she is in isolation and cannot get out of it. She desperately wants to, but can't. So it's a whole lot of resonance there between her situation and Mark Watney's, only difference being that he is eventually able to actually go home. The fourth thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on The Martian is Outpost Zero, which is a trade paperback of several comic issues, and the whole idea is that the spaceship that these guys' ancestors came in on, it's been effectively crashed for a couple of generations, and people are having to make do and work with stuff in isolation in a small town, effectively. It's a really interesting sort of parallel, and I've only read the first volume of it, so I can't say that the story has reached further than this, but it's got a lot of sort of do-or-die risks in the same way that The Martian does. There's a lot of similarities on that score, so I think that it kind of fits in a recommendation video about it. The fifth and final thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on The Martian is The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. This book is all about space travel. It's just so incredibly nuts on the space travel, and it's also got a bunch of stuff to do with banding together to find a common purpose and to get off the planet. It's the start of a series about an astronaut going to Mars, so those are my recommendations for you based on The Martian. I hope that they've been useful, and if you let me know in the comments down below whether you enjoyed them or whether you, thought that they were crap, or if there was something that could have made them better, down there, tell me in the comments. But be nice, please. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!